Most of this course is going to revolve around Facebook ads and the magic that you can achieve with Facebook ads. Now, Facebook currently has 1.7 billion people that use the service. 1.7 billion potential customers, potential audience for your page, for your marketing purposes. Now, this particular page here is where you decide who you sell to, who you market to. Okay? Now, of those 1.6 billion people, Facebook give you the adverts tool in order to reach an audience that you have control over. You can decide who is in this audience, where they come from, how old they are, what languages they speak, and what their interests are. Now, this is really detailed marketing. And the reason why Facebook give it to you is because you may have some incredible content that you feel is appropriate to be viewed by a certain segment of people that you think are going to be most encouraged to either like you, trust you, buy from you, or just generally be your ongoing audience. In order to achieve that, Facebook allows you to target a segment of people that you think are the most appropriate for your product or service or brand and market to these people specifically. It's all done via this page. Now, we are going to be touching more on ads in this course, but I want to give you a very general overview. When you decide what your objective is from your advert, you come to this screen where you can actually target, define your audience. Okay? So, as you can see here, we are looking at the United States. And this looks at everybody living in the United States between 13 to 65 plus. And there is no targeting on their interests or their gender. And as you can see here, you've got a potential reach with this target of 200 million people. You can then choose the United Kingdom if you wanted to add a particular set of people. And this will now give you 239 million people. If you wanted to take out both, you just click the cross and then you select another country, let's say Mauritius. And then you can target the people living in Mauritius, which are 630,000. So that is based on country. Now, the reason that the Advert Manager is there is because you're not going to get the best from your posts, the best sales from your content, unless you are serving your ad or serving the content in front of the people most likely to buy. Now, you can't rely on the people being most likely to buy seeing your page and finding it organically. You have to imagine that they are people walking the street and you've got a set of flyers and you've got these flyers and you want to hand them out and you want to tell people about your product and service, and they may look at the flyer and they may think, I like the sound of this. That's what Facebook ads is doing. You are basically giving out flyers. You are basically serving an advert right in front of them to make them think, do I want this? Do I like this? Do I engage with it? Is it for me? That is why the adverts are here for. So you've got the country. So if we go back to the United States, because they've got arguably one of the largest populations, we've got 200 million people here. Now, have you got a product that's only for young people? Let's say you're looking at 18 to 25. Now we've got 42 million people. Let's say you've got a product specifically for women, young women. Select women. Now you have 22 million people. Let's say you want women who speak Spanish. You can select Spanish as a language. Now you've got 3.9 million people. So you may want to target young Spanish-speaking women in the USA. Now let's go back to English. So we've got our 21 million women. Now, what do you want those women to like? Are you selling wedding gowns? Are you selling a wedding planning service? Well, what you do is you go and you look for detailed targeting and you look for people who's put interests in their Facebook profile with weddings. You can put somebody with wedding photography, for instance, and you can really specify the type of reach that you want now. And now we've got 8.4 million women. 8.4 million women potential customers if you are a wedding service. If you sell Udemy courses, let's say as an example, you can target people who have put interests as Udemy on their Facebook profile. And this would give me, for instance, if I'm marketing to young women in the US, I can target 220,000 of them here. If I wanted to add Lynda, because they do similar types of courses, I can add Lynda, I can add Coursera, I can add all sorts of different specific interests that the audience has that I think are most likely to buy from me. So this is your area to define the specific audience for your product, the people that are most likely to like your page, to engage with your posts, to ultimately buy from you. These are the people that you want to create brand awareness with so that they become customers tomorrow. Build the brand awareness today to make customers tomorrow. So you may very well be able to sell ice to Eskimos, but if you are sending your message out to the wrong people, you are not going to get effective sales. Whereas if there is a group of people who you think are most likely to buy, most likely to be interested, ads is the place to do it. And in this area where you define your audience, this is where you're going to do it. Now, the audience is the key part of adverts. You've got your post, you make an engaging post, you make something that makes people react. You've done that hard work, you've got the content. Let's imagine you've got the flyer that you think is going to compel people to buy the product. Now you need to find the audience. You'll then be able to select the budget by which you are spending money serving this ad to people. So if I set a target of $5 a day, I want as many thousands of people reached within $5. And that is all going to be dependent on the content of your post. So in this course, you're going to be learning how to make the most compelling content so that you drive the costs per person reached down to the lowest possible amount so that you are getting a lot for your $5. But what you're also going to do is you're going to learn how to create audiences and market to audiences that are most likely to buy your product or most likely to engage with your brand and be able to build a profitable business. That is what this course is about, and I'm hoping that this is what you will gain from it. You will gain a lot from Facebook because in this course you're going to find out the lowest cost for ads for each potential objective to get your product brand in front of people. So I hope that you enjoy this. In the next section we are going to be talking about the best of what I've learned from Facebook, and I hope that you enjoy it. So I'll see you in the next lecture.